Hi y'all, welcome. My name is Todd Davidson. I'm the middle school director at the Leawood campus. We are so glad you've joined us for our new series called Story. So let us know what you think. You can comment below, like and subscribe, do all those things that you push the buttons, then you know that we're gonna be here. Join us on Wednesdays for Rezlife Live at 7:30. You can be in the chat and you can win prizes. And to be honest, we just like make fools of ourselves the whole time, so you can laugh at us. It's a good time. If you are at the Leawood campus or the Overland Park campus, confirmation is getting ready to start, so make sure that you sign up, 8th grade or older. If you haven't done confirmation, it's a great time to learn about faith, to learn about Methodism, and choose it for your own. And then finally, check the website for all the other things like small group times or any time that we're doing service projects. Make sure you go to core.org/students to see what we're doing. And now, time for our message.
What's up, Rezlife students? My name is Blake Thomas. I'm the Director of Student Ministries at Resurrection West, and I am excited that for the next few weeks, we're going to be talking about the story. Things like creation all the way to new life in the Bible and how this applies to our life. So I'm excited for the next few weeks and hoping that you will enjoy this. So where do you start a story? Well, at the beginning. And the Bible is no exception, and it has those famous words, in the beginning. And there are 6 kind of full days of things that happen that God establishes at the beginning of his story. You know, we get the separation of light and earth, and the separation of water above and below, the dry land and the plants, all the planets and stars, the creatures in the sky and the water, and lastly, land animals and humans. And on the very last day, God rests. I would be exhausted too. And I've always been fascinated by this story. And we don't know if the earth was really created in 7 literal days or a different form of day. But what we do know is that God is the ultimate creator. And that creation is good. Creation is good. The world, which has so many moving parts, different elements and details, is made good. Now set aside for a moment how you maybe perceive the world today, because the world might not seem perfect and it seems a little confusing right now, but place yourself in this story, this creation story, and visualize the words that are being said and the images that come to your mind, maybe the land, maybe the grass, maybe the water, the animals, the birds, and hear the phrase, and God saw that it was good. And God saw that it was good. Good. Everything God created and everything on earth was good. Now keep yourself in the story for a second longer and imagine yourself there in this garden, this new and good creation, and hear these words from Genesis 1:27. Let us make humankind in our image. So God created humankind in God's image. In the image of God, he created them, male and female, he created them. And from this, God creates humans. Adam and Eve, to be exact, and humans join this good and this new creation. I wonder if you've ever considered yourself as part of this creation story. Or do you ever think about your own creation story? I don't mean like how you were born. I'm not interested in that. What I mean is, have you ever thought about how you are created by God? Scripture says that humans are made in the image of God. The Latin phrase for that is imago Dei. That's one way to read the Bible, and it means image, imago Dei, God. And what's so important about this image of God, imago Dei, is that God is giving something different to humans than the rest of creation. God is giving part of God's self to us. Now, it's not God saying that the rest of creation is lesser value. He's not saying that. It's saying that humans are given faith and morals and the ability to think from right and from wrong. And God is saying, you are like me because I have compassion and love. So you get compassion and love. And you get to do these things here on earth in my image. God is giving humans the ability to partake in this creation and to co-create something. Think about it. God is giving us the ability to create something as a way to kind of make God's presence known here on earth. And God is not saying you get to be God, by no means, but God is saying you get to help reveal who I am here because you're made in my image. A special task that we get as humans. And in this story in the Bible, God uses so many people to join in creating new things here on earth. That's kind of cool, I think. God makes us to kind of be like God, to have these things, and then allows us to co-create with God. Now, when I think of creating things, I think of artist, and I'm not an artist by any means. I'm actually colorblind, so I struggle to see colors the way that most people do. It's just the way that God created me. It doesn't mean I see black and white. I see colors. I just perceive them a little bit differently. But I remember being in art class when I was younger and having to replicate or copy the teacher's example, and it was so hard because I couldn't get the colors right. I kept getting them wrong. And so I would constantly have to ask my friends and my neighbors, is this color right? Is this color right? And then when I was done, I would have this product, but it would look slightly different. It would look a little bit different. But I was able to use my unique ability in being colorblind and my friends around me to still create something. And it might seem a little silly, but I think that's how God intended us all to be. To work together based off our strengths and weaknesses and to still create something good. It's that freedom to create piece, and it's why he created two people in the garden, not just one. Two people working together in their own unique ways, trying to figure this out and trying to make God's presence known here on earth. So let's recap a few things. First is that God made the world and the world was good. The second is that we are made in God's image. And the third is that we get the opportunity to co-create with God here on earth. So I have a challenge for you. It's actually two challenges. I want you to see yourself made in the image of God and create something with God. I'll repeat that. I want you to see yourself as made in the image of God, and I want you to create something with God. Have you ever thought of yourself about how you're made in the image of God? About maybe the gifts or the abilities that you've been given or designed to have? Or have you ever thought about how you have the freedom to create with God? Or maybe to make God's presence known here on earth? We are a part of this creation story, the very beginning of the Bible. We're a part of it. So allow yourself to be a part of that story. In myself being colorblind, it means that I won't be able to make the copy exactly like it should be. But it still doesn't mean I can't bring my true self or my abilities to it and create something else or similar or still good. And I don't think everything on earth was supposed to look the same. I think God intended the earth and creation and all these people to look different around us. So students, you are made in God's image, so perfectly and so good. So let's live up to that challenge and see how you can fit into the creation story and create something with God.
My watch, it counts moments, but it allows me to make the moments count. I mean, isn't that what life is made up of, a series of moments? You know, God reminds us in the beautiful creation around us that everything has been made good. And it's our job to see that moments can be good opportunities as well. And so as a missionally minded people who are gathering around these good moments, I want you to take a moment to remind somebody who's a good influence in your life or a good friend. Remind them that they are made good by a good God.
Thanks so much for watching. To connect with the Zoom group, text in now. If you like what we're up to, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Have a great week and see you next time.